done before.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start out at the bottom of the division. Last year, it was the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep.
They made the big move to trade up from 12 to get to 3, gave up 3 first-round draft picks to get up there. Trey Lance was their guy. We thought, the talk was Trey Lance or Mac Jones. Which one's it going to be? I like the Trey Lance pick way better than I would have loved Mac Jones here.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. You were starting after 3. You were at A+. That should tell you how much I really disliked everything you did from there.
Yeah,
because there ain't much to like.
It's dudes.
You took Aaron Banks way too high. I mean, 3 rounds too high. You took Trey Sermon too high. 3 rounds too high. You took him ahead of Michael Carter, which to me, I think 2 years from now, you're going to look back and go, that was stupid.
Right.
I didn't like that at all. Ambry Thomas, he's a guy. I don't hate the talent. I just haven't seen enough of it.
Right.
I did like the Jalen Moore pick. Just I have to be nice while I'm, I have to be nice about something.
So that was their value pick of the draft.
100%.
Was Jalen Moore in the 5th round.
Yep. I like Jalen Moore, and I love the Trey Lance pick. I just wish you had done a little bit more to build around him.
Yeah.
Because he's a different guy.
Yeah. This is the first draft from the 49ers in a long time that I looked at and was like, oh God, what's going on? And then I look at this draft class being where this could be what people look back on and say, yeah, John Lynch, you weren't that good.
You boo-boo kitty this one.
You weren't that good. Let's be clear here. I really, really, really like Trey Lance. He was definitely the pick over there, but you don't know. You don't really know what's going to happen. And if now you look at this, let's just say that Trey Lance ends up being okay or playing out a bust. And then you look at the rest of these guys that were drafted, and then you look at this class. When you were a team that is ready to make a Super Bowl run, and you could have added way better pieces, I think people could look back on this and be like, that's the point right there.
Yeah, this is where it all went downhill.
Yeah, this is what happened.
Yeah, I would have put Trey Lance in the riskiest pick discussion. Trey Sermon, to me, he's you overdrafted. Now I said that was your worst pick. I wouldn't put him in risky category, but Trey Lance definitely is the riskiest pick.
Trey Sermon's a risky pick to me because you took him over a guy that I think can be a high-level starter in this exact same offense.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what you're seeing. I cannot figure it out because I do not like Trey Sermon as a zone running back. He's not decisive enough. I mean, there's just a lot to dislike about that. Now, with all of that being said, I vehemently disagree with a lot of what Brian just said. Because here's what they did. And it's the part that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Aaron Banks is ready to come in and play right now. Aaron Banks probably a starter day one.
Yep.
Trey Sermon was probably the most NFL-ready running back in terms of when they selected. I think Ambry Thomas is pretty NFL-ready. I think Jalen Moore can be you build a lot of things that you're trying to win right now. DeMondre Lenore, I feel the same way about him. I think he can play in the NFL right now. I just wish you had, because there is such a good talent base in San Francisco, I just wish you had done some things that would have built for later on. Because I think Trey Lance is going to be a markedly different quarterback in this scheme than Jimmy Garoppolo. And I think you needed to add some pieces to that. Receiver, I love what they have at receiver. I'm just afraid it can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel has been healthy for about 9 consecutive minutes twice in his entire life.
No doubt. Absolutely no doubt about that. But I do feel like this is a team, though, that is in win-now mode.
They are.
It's not about the future.
And I understand that. But when you have this much talent, the forward-thinking teams look to the future in the draft. It's not about adding the pieces right now. And Aaron Banks, you're never going to convince me you didn't take him ridiculously early.
Yeah.
I pull for a zone team. I wrote 100 articles on zone blocking teams. Aaron Banks was a 4th rounder at best. I mean, at best. And that's being drafted in that scheme.
Last year's